I have a little action tip for you today, and that is turning a dialog on and off in an action. So here's an example. In one of the default actions that comes with Photoshop, there's one called vignette. So if I make a selection, and it tells me here to make a selection. If I make a selection around the photo, all right, and I run the vignette action, I'll hit play, you'll see it pops up this dialog for me. So I enter in a feather radius, let's put 10, click OK. And it goes through, it makes a vignette, and it feathers that edge for me. All right, so let me undo here a few times, get back to where we were, and let's take a look at how that happens. So we'll expand this action. You can see next to the feather option, there's this little column here, and this column toggles the dialog on and off. All right, so if I turn it off, all right, and I go ahead and I make my selection just like before, I'll hit that play button. And it goes through, it just uses whatever setting was recorded inside of the action to begin with, and it never turned the dialog on. If I toggle the dialog on, let's go back here, and I'll make that selection one more time and put that dialog back on. I'll hit the play button. Now it turns the dialog on for me, so now it asks me, what do you want to use as a setting? So it's a very flexible way to create your actions, because then you can get some user interaction, because you're not recording an action the same way each time. You're saying, here's some general settings to go with, but maybe when I run the action the next time, maybe I don't want to use those same settings. So that's how you give yourself a way to do that. And it's that little dialog checkbox right here next to the action name or the action step in that name. Also, do me a favor, go check out photoshoptraining.com. I know I mentioned it before, but hey, I got to mention it again. I've got some online training courses on there. So there's one on Lightroom. Corey did one on Illustrator, but I've also got a couple of brand new ones, one on Camera Raw. It's been a really popular class because there's a problem out there as far as what to do in Camera Raw. A lot of people know how to make it through the settings, but what do they all do and what order should you use them in? And that's what that class goes through. And then there's also CS3 Layer Essentials. Don't forget, you can go to the DVD link on the side. If you don't want to watch them online, and if you want to just buy the DVD, you can go to photoshopvideos.com to do that as well.